Hello and thanks for checking out part 2 of this Hunter x Hunter What If story. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe and check out part 1 so you're all caught up. But if you're ready, the story starts now. Meruem's power had grown incredible since he fought Netero. Shortly before reaching this battle, he thinks back to how he narrowly escaped the terrible explosion the old man created. Sadly, Shia Poof had to sacrifice himself for me to escape the blast. I'm lucky he never trusted humans enough to let his guard down. But still, that battle showed me the true evil of humankind, and even though they are kind people just trying to survive, there are even more monsters looking for prey. That's why I know now more than ever I was born to lead this world into its first era of true peace. The king looks at Pitou's broken body one last time before dashing to his foe. Gon, still holding on to his transformation, meets Meruem in the middle as they both try testing each other's strength. They collide with each monster throwing a barrage of strikes that are easily dodged or blocked. Both are impressed by the other one when Meruem mentions Gon's superior power over Netero's statue, but wonders if it will be enough to account for his lack of technique compared to Netero's. Meruem finally finds his opening, slashing with his razor-sharp claws. Gon can't evade the attack and is forced to withstand the full force of it. Gon's body begins to ache, but it holds up as he slides across the floor, hurt but still able to fight. As he struggles to his feet, Killua dashes forward, finally reassuring Gon. "I told you, we'll fight all our battles together." Killua's Godspeed blitzes towards the king. Killua then lands a lightning-quick combo, but the king is unfazed. As he tries swatting Killua away, Killua's speed is just enough to avoid a fatal blow from Meruem. But even before Gon can come back into the battle, Killua is tossed aside by a glancing blow from the overwhelming King Meruem. Gon rushes over just in time to grab Meruem, stopping him from pursuing Killua any further. But his strength is fading fast. Meruem laughs. "Even the old man had more fighting spirit than you." Meruem flexes as he slowly starts breaking out of Gon's grasp. Gon squeezes with all his might, but he's losing his grip. Meruem expertly sneaks his snake-like tail around, hoping to catch Gon by surprise, but Killua calls out to warn him, giving Gon just enough time to slam his foot down and pin Meruem's tail to the ground. Killua looks on at the carnage, thinking, "I'm exhausted and it looks like Gon's almost out of nin. Every bone in my body's telling me to run, but I can't leave. Gon, he risked everything to try and keep me safe. He would do anything for his friends. I wish I could be like that," Killua thinks. "I can be like that." Killua stands up, despite his body feeling like it's about to fall apart. Killua's voice whispers out, "I don't know what Gon did to gain all this power, but I want to do the same. So whoever's listening, take everything but my life to make me just as strong as Gon." Killua can feel his body start to tingle as his nin begins to surge almost uncontrollably. Killua's change was just as terrifying as Gon's. Killua's body became adorned with shimmering electrical currents until they seemed to consume and replace his body with an intense electrical makeup. At first, Killua just feels static until he finds a way to control it and himself to join the fight. Now, almost completely transformed into electricity, Killua hopes his desperate transformation is enough to save his friend Gon. Killua's speed is so great he almost teleports to Gon and Meruem's location, slamming down next to them with a clap of thunder. Gon is surprised by this unfamiliar figure, but quickly realizes Killua has made the same choice as he did, throwing away his life to win this fight. Killua hammers his still razor-like nails towards Meruem, aided by his high-voltage electrical current, landing a devastating attack that stuns the king. And now, with the king offering little resistance, Gon leaps into the air and rifles Meruem back down to the ground before stomping down onto the Chimera ant. Meruem is in shock and pain after such a fierce combo of attacks. For him, time almost freezes as he tries to find an opening. How could these two boys transform into such fierce monsters? Truly, these humans are lost causes, if even the children will go this far. Meruem continues searching for a chance to counter, but both Gon and Killua land attack after attack, erasing any hope he had, until, from behind the barrage of attacks, Meruem sees Pitou's body begin to move. Slowly, she crawls to the battle, still wanting to protect the king. Meruem hardens his defenses, thinking, I don't know what Pitou has left, but if she's willing to fight, I'll put my hopes in her. So, as the king continues weathering the storm of attacks from the two hunters, Pitou uses her last ability, Terpsichore, powered by post-mortem Nin. Pitou explodes into the unaware target, but thankfully is intercepted by Killua, who grabs the ant out of the air and causes a thunderbolt to blast and paralyze Pitou's body. Killua tries jumping right back into the action against the king, but the momentary distraction was all that was needed for Meruem to badly injure Gon, who was already nearing exhaustion before the fight started. Killua sees that even though Gon has lost one of his arms, he is still ready to fight. Also, he can see that despite being paralyzed, Pitou is still able to move and fight as well. Killua thinks this must be some ability making Pitou fight past its body's limits. Killua tells Gon to switch opponents, and without hesitation, Gon swiftly turns back to Killua and heads after Pitou. Killua dashes to Meruem, confident that Gon will beat Pitou again, and he just has to survive until then. Killua blinks in and out between his movements, too fast for the human eye to see, but a somewhat easy task for Meruem, who is able to carefully observe and find the smallest tendencies in Killua's fighting style, and after a few back and forths, the king lands his first hit on Killua. Luckily, Killua's electrical body was surprisingly sturdy and able to withstand the attack, but both Killua and Meruem knew it meant the king was getting closer to finding a way to finish off Killua for good. Killua continued to fight and land several attacks on Meruem, but slowly he feels his body fading as Meruem seems to have no limit to his stamina. Killua, who is running out of options, tries one last Hatsu. He thinks to himself, I've been wanting to make something like this for a while, but never had the chance. Killua starts by gathering what electricity he had left around his body and formed it into a serpent on the ground. As Killua formed the Nin beast, Meruem instantly thought of the Nin monster Zeno created to take him and Netero to their fight. This could be a powerful technique if it's anything like Zeno's dragon. So, Meruem rushes towards Killua, who sends the electric serpent after the ant. This ability bounces around, quickly catching up to Meruem, who is helpless to defend himself, as his punches seem to have no effect on the electrical beast, who has already started wrapping itself around Meruem, constricting his movements, while mercilessly zapping him with thunderous fangs. Killua seems like he's about to run out of Nin and energy, as the electricity surrounding him has all but faded completely, revealing his horrible injuries. Killua struggles to stand as he focuses on keeping Meruem immobilized as long as possible. As Killua's strength fades further and further away, he looks for Gon as Meruem's howls of pain become screams of anger. I can't hold on much longer, he says out loud, as Meruem begins to free himself of Killua's Nin ability. Killua struggles to keep his eyes open until he sees a bright light in the sky. He looks up and sees Gon charging a massive Janjanken. Keep him still, Killua, Gon shouts, giving Killua a rush of energy he needs to tighten his grip on the King Meruem, who now screams in fear. Gon drops like a stone onto Meruem, unleashing his massive explosive power, finishing the mighty king once and for all. Finally, as the sun begins to rise, Gon and Killua collapse beside each other. Killua asks if Gon's sure Pitou's dead. Gon laughs, saying, Yeah, I'm sure this time. I just don't know what's gonna happen to us. Before Killua can try to comfort his friend, a new figure appears down the road and is running towards them. Killua tries to move, but can't, as he finally passes out from exhaustion, unaware of what's to come. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe because it really helps the channel grow. And just remember to have a great day until I talk to you all next time.